Hello, welcome to TJD Movie Reviews, episode 24. We watched Training Day.
I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew. We were supposed to do Little Miss Sunshine.
Which is why the introduction is a little confusing. I'm retarded.
Yeah.
I already said retarded. We're just going to glide right by it.
Okay.
Drew, this was your pick. Would you care to summarize?
Well, yeah, first I just want to preface that I thought I had Little Miss Sunshine. I didn't have it. Poor planning on my part. So I apologize. But, yeah, I think you're getting a good movie here. Training Day, it was done in 2001 by Antoine Fuqua. Stars Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke is a rookie cop who signs up to be trained, or it's his first day to be part of this task force. Narcotics task force. That's headed up by Denzel Washington. So Denzel takes him under his wing, and the whole movie is one day of them going around and Denzel kind of showing him what it's all about.
What he expects him to be able to do on his own in the narcotics field under him, the narcotics division.
Yes.
I'm the one who hadn't seen this film yet. I knew some of the lines, like the
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I had heard that before.
You want to go to jail, you want to go home.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
Dave,
which that's what I mainly knew this from, was the Dave Chappelle parody sketch with him and Wayne Brady.
eat your sandwich, Dave.
I'm not hungry. Eat it, bitch.
Mr. Franklin's lonely.
Run, bitch, run for your life.
Thanks, Dave. Love your show.
Run, bitch.
Oh.
Gotta miss that show.
You know why he did that, right? Why Wayne Brady did that sketch with Dave Chappelle?
Because he wanted his own show.
No.
Wasn't it something about Wayne Brady being too nice, or he was known for being too nice?
That Mooney guy, the
Greg
other
Mooney. He said in a sketch. He goes, Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
That's right.
And so and the thing is, he felt really bad because him and Wayne were friends, and so he's like, hey, how about you come on, we do something, make fun of it. So yeah, and you know what? That's probably my second favorite sketch behind the Prince sketch.
Game blouses.
And they made us pancakes.
So Training Day.
So we're gonna talk about this movie in depth, right? We're not gonna worry about spoilers.
It's been out for 15 years.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, okay, yeah.
God, I feel old.
I know I kept actually thinking this film was older than 2001. I kept thinking like it was 99 or 98, and then you guys said 01, and I was like, oh man, I was hoping it had those couple extra years on it for some reason. I don't know why that made me feel better, but this actually made me feel worse.
I mean, it still kind of has like a 90s feel to it. A lot, you have kids with rat tails and shit in the movie. I don't know, just throwbacks to the 90s.
That, by the way, that was a sweet ass rat tail.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. But yes, so for my first viewing, this movie was awesome. I mean, all right, I'm done. Guys, go ahead.
Would you call it a classic?
I would, actually. Denzel won an Academy Award for this film for his portrayal. Like what I said right away, though, Ethan Hawke coming into this film. I'd only seen one or two Ethan Hawke films to begin with, but he fit this role so well with the fact that he just acts so good as a timid person, because he doesn't know what to expect. This is his first day, and he's like just trying to make a good impression, and he's trying not to come off too strong, but he wants to sound confident, but he just seems timid. I don't know, like a quote I read by the director said there's just something special about Ethan Hawke. He looks young, he looks timid, and he looks innocent, but like you look in his eyes and it looks like he's seen some shit. So I don't know. That's why I thought
The Rough Life of Ethan Hawke.
yes. I mean, when you compare it to like another casting decision we talked about with Elijah Wood and Green Street Hooligans.
Ethan Hawke's way more believable than... You could not cast Elijah Wood in that role in this movie.
No?
Or I would fucking hate it.
Could you imagine Elijah Wood opposite charismatic, over-the-top Denzel Washington in this film? Which, I shouldn't say over-the-top. He's very charismatic and he's very outspoken, but like it never feels like he goes too far.
No, he's fairly reserved. He's never... I would never say he was overacting.
No, I wouldn't say either.
Like he was believable for a guy that had that much pressure around him, and you know he had to do what he had to do, and you just get to see him.
How much of it is he had to do what he had to do versus how much power corrupts absolutely?
That's a good question, because when he killed Roger, I kind of interpreted that Roger had kind of taught him everything he knew, so he's kind of fucking over the mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Teacher becomes student, if you will. When I fucked that line up. Teacher becomes student.
Yes.
Get zero reaction whatsoever. You're yes.
I had to look at you like, what do you mean?
Teacher
I thought you meant
student.
tonight, but no, you mean last week.
Yes.
Yes, with Cloud Atlas.
Yeah, regardless. I just figured he picked up everything from him, and he said the same thing. Well, he said at a point, he's like, he reminds me a lot of you. Like, you came in wanting to do good and everything, and look at what they turned him into. So, I don't know. In Denzel's head, it's kind of fucked up, but maybe Denzel thinks that what he's doing is a good thing.
You know, I don't even think so. I think Denzel at one point thought he was doing good, because he even feeds that line of bullshit to Ethan Hawke where he says, you have to be under me, you give me that 18 months, you then get inside the system and you fix it then. But I don't think that Denzel, he gave that time, but then it corrupted him. And he went from wanting to do good, then thinking he was doing good, to he knew exactly what he was doing. He was running everyone. When he was living down there in that hood, he was running those people. Because they even said, they're like, I hate this shit. I hate that guy. Like, they didn't want him around. Because he treated them like shit. They were dogs to him. They were pets.
Denzel was doing everything he was doing so he could pay off what he needed to pay off.
Well, yeah. But I think he did this regardless. Like, yes, this certain day, he had a certain circumstance happening that we'll talk about that over-exemplified his actions. But at the same time, I think more times than not, he was like this.
So do we want to do pro-con?
Sure. Yeah.
I got a pro.
All right.
Dialogue. The dialogue is fucking... Everything feels like a natural conversation.
Funny you should mention that word. They say fuck in this film like 200 times.
I say fuck quite a bit myself.
You do. Yeah.
I don't know. It's
you know what's great about that word? It's a noun. It's a verb. It's an adjective. It's a preposition. Pretty much can be anything.
It's a proposition.
Ooh, it is. Yes.
Sometimes.
Not tonight.
The train is gone. Fuck. The dialogue.
Yep.
Dialogue. I'm just a fan of movies that can kind of make you believe I'm not watching a movie for a minute. I'm watching an interaction between two regular people, and you can pretend for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And this movie is really good at just sucking you right in, and like the dialogue is quick and snappy, and it's smart. Like there's a lot of banter that seems like intelligent enough. You can tell it wasn't a balding guy in his 40s writing it in a studio apartment. It feels like a natural conversation.
Are you sure David Ayer wasn't 40 balding in his apartment?
If he is, then he is a good writer because he can hide that thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's a movie that has good dialogue.
Which we should talk about just a little bit because he's been very big recently. David Ayer. He's the one who directed Suicide Squad, right?
No.
Did he not? Who did Fury?
I can't remember now. Is it David Ayer?
I thought you were talking him up the whole time. Well, I guess we'll
look.
What
the fuck do you mean I was talking him up the whole time?
You love Fury, and I thought that's why you mentioned him as a director all the time.
One moment.
I guarantee you.
Yeah,
anyways.
Yeah, he directed Suicide Squad and Fury.
Yeah. So, David Ayer, who wrote this film, is one who recently, he did films like Fury, now he directed Suicide Squad. So, I mean, now you look back on it, it's like, why did it take 15 years for this guy to, finally get more known? I mean, I don't know. I don't know I don't have his whole filmography in front of me, so I don't know if he did something else before this, but
his directorial stuff is Suicide Squad and Fury, and now he's going to direct a movie with Will Smith and Joel Edgerton.
Edgerton.
Yeah. It's called Bright.
Huh.
I don't know when it comes out, but...
He also wrote Fast and the Furious.
Ooh.
OG Fast and Furious.
Okay, I was going to say the original or Fast and Furious or...
He did End of Watch and Harsh Times and a lot of cop shit, actually.
But you know what? I think he's really good with drama. Like, he's really good with that tension. I never saw End of Watch. I heard great things, though.
That's a pretty entertaining one. And Fury is incredible, even though I was blanking on his name for whatever reason. Yeah.
How good is the dialogue in that compared to this?
It's been a while since I saw it, but it had the same kind of feel to it. Mm-hmm. Like, he's really good at just setting people up to have a regular conversation.
See, when Jake first told me he saw Fury, I thought he meant furry. I thought he said furry. And he was talking about his night out the night, before. Because Jake, partakes in furries.
Yeah, I went and fucked a fat chick in a Dumbo costume.
How was that?
It was terrible.
What were you dressed as?
I was Eeyore from Woody the Pooh.
Oh,
I stayed in character the whole time.
Yes. I'm done.
Was there a squirrel there trying to get your nuts?
Not that I could tell.
Or did anybody take your tail? Did they unpin it?
No. There were two people in the room.
2 people. So why'd you dress up?
What, are we not people when we're in costume? Oh. A magical transformation happens?
Yes.
I wonder where Jake went. Jesus Christ. I was going to throw a Shining joke in there, but I'm like, fuck it. Well, we walked by a room and a bear was blowing a guy in a business suit, but whatever.
Well, now I know if I ever decide to try that, if I see Eeyore, I'm probably going to turn away.
You got your matching costume for Christmas this year.
Oh, God.
You're my little piglet.
Now hop into this well.
No. So Halloween is like your favorite time of year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like Halloween.
Anyways, another pro. Let's get back into Training Day. There are no furries in Training Day.
Man, these tangents.
Another pro. The camera style. Like, there's a point in time where Ethan Hawke has to do drugs. And
the cinematography gets all weird.
Weird and funky and 70s. The green tint lenses and everything. But
it's like they jumped to the Matrix. Green tint?
Oh.
Is that movie?
Yeah, that's
green?
true. Yeah, no, you're right.
Look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
I was trying to, I don't know, for some reason I was just thinking black and white. Not black and white, but like more overtones of gray.
Oh.
So.
Because the ship was lifeless?
Yes.
Yeah.
But, no, which that part was criticized. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, that's so fake. And actually, David Ayer pointed to rules and procedures book in an LA Cops Handguide and said, undercover agents can do narcotics if the situation arises.
Oh, you're saying that situation would never happen?
No.
Or what was fake?
They were saying, Denzel handing him the pipe and being like, smoke this. He wouldn't actually do that. Like, no cop would actually be able to smoke it and not...
I've known that, and I'm...
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a police officer.
I mean, it makes sense that the stuff that you're going to be dealing with every day, you should know
how
the
to deal with
symptoms of what it's like to be on it and that kind of stuff.
And then also know how to smoke it.
Everything about it. Like, if you're put in a precarious situation, if you're with some drug dealer and they're like, hey, take a hit of this crack pipe or what have you, you're there to do it, and you can't turn it down because they'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. I kind of wondered why they would argue it as well, but I guess maybe they're just calling into the fact that it's another cop asking another cop to do it. But at the same time, I really think it would be fine because he's trying to save his life because he's like, hey, you have to know how. He said a good narcotics agent has narcotics in his system.
Well, that you shortly find out he's fucking crooked anyway.
Yeah.
So why would it isn't like it was two good cops and they're like, hey man, let's do PCP. Like
it's not.
Well, and at the time he thought it was weed, not PCP.
Yeah, he did. Right. He did sell it to him as weed.
Does PCP look like weed?
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
You can Google
it.
Are
you wanting to?
I don't know. I was just gonna say, did I incriminate myself? you want to do posing that question?
You want to do a Google image search and put yourself on a watch list somewhere?
Yeah, I'll type it in at work tomorrow. What does PCP look like?
As I say, or are you asking so when you go buy some, you don't feel like you get ripped off?
Yeah, I don't like people, let alone meeting people I don't know in a precarious environment that I'm unfamiliar with.
Rolling the window down halfway and just holding the bill out.
If I could roll through a drive-thru and buy drugs, then maybe I'd do some, but...
He hands the bill out the window and he's like, one please, one what? One drug, one rock of crack, please.
One drug, a cigarette, ma'am.
One PCP. I don't know if that's... Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I inject this? No.
It's a suppository!
I don't know any narcotics that have ever been taken rectally, Tyrell.
I don't know.
Unless you know something I don't.
Sir, that's pronounced analgesic, not analgesic. Pills go in your mouth.
I don't even know what you just said.
Never mind. Anyways, yeah. The other thing is how well, Denzel's crooked, but how he sells his character is just amazing in this film. Denzel is the biggest pro. I mean, he won an Academy Award for this film for good reason. I mean, I love Denzel as an actor, period. He can take crappy movies and make them instantly a
tolerable experience.
Well, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking more like a movie that should be like direct to DVD, like something like John Q. Did you ever see John Q?
John Q is a phenomenal movie.
It's a good movie, but you know what? If it wasn't for Denzel and what's his name, the negotiator, I don't remember, Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for those two in that film's kind of meh. But it's Denzel selling his performance.
Dude, watch that movie.
Yes.
That movie's good.
Is that the one where he holds up a hospital or something?
Yeah,
yes.
His son's got a surgery or something. They can't afford it.
Because Denzel's in it, it instantly makes it, theater able. Like, they're able to put it into a theater instead of putting it out on direct to DVD.
Theater able?
I know. I couldn't think of a proper term.
You struggle with verbs sometimes.
I do. I can't just say fuck all the time. That doesn't work.
You should say fuck all the time.
You should.
What? Just going to work tomorrow? Fuck, fuck.
I mean, you have that ability now.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So yeah, Denzel pro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that unanimous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
As I say, Drew.
If you watch this movie and you're like, yeah, Denzel, that was the worst part of the movie, then you need to go to the same hospital as Jake.
Yeah, join me.
the psychiatric
And I'll tell you, you're wrong there as well.
He's clearly phenomenal in this movie. To think otherwise is just stupid.
I could see film snobs though being like, I want to say that I had an argument with a kid before back in the day where he's like, well, he was hyping it up so much at the end when he's like King Kong and got shit on me, and they're like he was overacting. And I'm like,
he was protecting his pride.
Well, not only that, but he knew he was fucked.
Yeah,
like
he was dead.
The part where he lights up the cigarette and he's like his hand shakes a little bit,
and then he sees his woman take his kid away,
and you're like, that's it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I guess I'll roll down to the fucking airport, which is what he tried to do, and he didn't make it.
No. Because he had no money. He was already late.
Right.
So they were looking for him. Yeah, so to set up why Denzel is this way, I'm just going to set this up. Part of this day is him trying to recoup money back because he went to Vegas and he accidentally killed a Russian, I'm assuming a Russian mob guy. Who he thought was just a low-level thug, but he actually turned out to be like...
Yeah, he killed a somebody.
He killed a somebody. And so he owed them $1 million.
Question.
Yep.
Have
I killed a Russian mob member? No, I have not.
Well, I mean, that would be an interesting question. But you already answered, and it wasn't climactic at all.
Okay.
I didn't climax.
I did.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
It was my sexy voice.
My question is, knowing what we know about the mob and how, easy they are to work with, do you think even if you paid them, you're going to be fine? If you killed someone that was a somebody, I think they're going to take your money and you're probably still fucking dead.
It might depend on the situation.
Yeah. It depends on how big a sum. Like, was he somebody like, he was a good accountant, which is kind of the idea I got, is that he was a good accountant or something. I thought that's what they mentioned when he talked to the quote-unquote 3 wise men. So... if it's a guy they could replace and he just like giving them the money they think he was worth, they might move on, just be like, don't ever come back here. But
let me give you let's say you're a crime lord. Okay. Are you picturing it?
Yeah.
Sitting on a throne, mountains.
A throne of Twizzlers.
A throne of Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. The peel type.
Whatever you want, I guess. You find out that somebody from your group got killed by some fucking asshole somewhere, and that you really want to kill him, just to get revenge, but you kind of just throw it out there, hey, you bring me $1 million, it'll be fun. And you know that he's going to bring it to you, so you know where he's going to be, roughly the time that'll be there. You just take the money and fucking kill him anyway. I would like to think I'm a man of my word, so I would... If I actually gave him that opportunity, I'd have to stick by it. But how many criminals are men of their word?
Be surprised.
No honor among thieves.
I don't think I would be surprised. I think you would be dead, because you'd be like, you're a trusting person.
I gave you the money. What more do you want?
Okay, my hole.
I don't know, I thought it'd be an interesting question. Because I've always thought, like, what if the money made it? Like, do you think Alonzo would have been fine? Or if he would have been fucked? I don't know.
I think he would have been fine. I really do. I think he had the... because he knew the 3 wise men, and they said, you gotta get it. And I think there was an understanding that he would be fine if he got the money.
There were never any other conversations otherwise about what,
they're like, if you don't get that money, you're fucked, which he was, but they're like, you get it, you're fine.
I don't know, either way, regardless, it doesn't matter because it's not relevant to what actually happens in the movie. It's just one of those, you think of alternate
It's
things.
cool to ponder about shit like that, though.
Yeah.
One con, and it's barely a con, but I'm just trying to think of one. Fucking Ethan Hawke at the end of this film. No way he's still fucking walking. No way. 1, Denzel beats the shit out of him. 2, he left the bag of guns, or the pillowcase of guns in the hallway. All of a sudden, they're gone. Why didn't Denzel grab a gun, and then as he's running away, and Ethan Hawke's trying to chase him, he jumps that gap? Denzel just put one in his chest. I'm sorry, Ethan Hawke should have been dead.
He didn't grab a gun because he was in a hurry, I think.
Yeah, but...
And he had a shotgun, too.
Yeah, what happened to the shotgun?
Well, you can't climb up on the roof with a fucking shotgun, can you? You can't exactly tuck it in your pants.
There was a freaking railing. He just stuffs it in the damn drain, climbs up, grabs a shotgun.
I think he's in a hurry, dude. Like,
you know how much a shotgun weighs?
Yes, I've carried a shotgun before. I know how much a shotgun weighs.
So you would go through the trouble if you're in a hurry and trying to sneakily go out of a window.
I know a man has a gun and is trying to stop me, and I know there might be an opportunity for me to stop him.
But the man is Ethan Hawke. And you know that he isn't going to fucking shoot you in the face for no goddamn reason. The only reason he was shooting back is because Alonzo's a psycho and was shooting at him. I think.
Well,
I don't know.
He goes in to confront him right away, and he points a gun at him. He doesn't shoot him right away.
But also, even besides that point, Denzel beats the shit out of him regardless. He then jumps off a building onto the car, then gets slammed against...
He didn't jump off the building on the car.
Then how the hell did he get such force to put a dent in the damn hood?
I don't think he jumped off the fucking building.
I think he jumped off the damn building.
I thought he ran and jumped on the car.
No,
he dropped down.
He dropped down.
Off the fucking building.
Yes.
He might have climbed down a little bit or
but,
something. You don't see
he may
that.
have climbed
It's off camera, so you don't see it.
But
I don't even think his car was parked under where, because he flips him over the rail. He's laying on the shingles. And then it shows Denzel going down the stairs.
Yeah, I think he ran along the rooftops and he jumped from the smallest one.
Whatever.
But either way, then he got slammed up against 3 different cars, right in the freaking hood of this car. Not to mention the beating he received from the Hispanic gang.
What did he do that was all that physically impressive at the end of the movie? He limped around and aimed a gun at him.
He literally walked into that neighborhood, like did all that crazy shit with Denzel, and walked out.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
He didn't run a 4K. Like
he walked a 4K home. Actually, where the hell did he get the car?
I don't know.
What car?
The one he drove home in.
I don't know.
Plot hole.
He probably parked it at that coffee shop.
Yeah, the coffee shop.
Yeah. Not a plot hole. And it's mundane bullshit anyway.
That's one of the things you find on IMDb where it's like, oh, well, this is a consistency error because his hair was flipped to the right and then they cut back and it was flipped to the left. It's like, who the fuck has that much time to really pay attention to
I
that?
didn't like it because it was February and they said it was football season.
Again, that was a fucking joke.
Uh-huh. You didn't say it like a joke, though. You seem genuinely like, you know what? It's bullshit. They didn't do the math on it. It's lazy filmmaking. I don't like it. So fuck you, Kevin Bacon.
You would, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh.
His Skeletor face.
What if he was, dressed up as Winnie?
I was just going to say, says a motherfucker that supposedly dresses as Eeyore in this alternate universe you've created. Where Drew's house is covered in American History X posters.
There's literally nothing on the walls.
Oh, no, there's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's not an American History X poster.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yes.
I'm going to buy you one.
Nah, I won't hang it up anymore.
And if anyone asks, just be like, hey, it's a movie I like.
Drew, how about you? Pro or anything?
I thought overall the acting was great. I don't really. I'd probably say like the one person I just really didn't dig was Macy Gray.
Yeah, why was Macy Gray in this movie?
You know what? I actually bought her more than I did Snoop Dogg.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
She looked more like a at-home mother, like in the hood, than I thought Snoop Dogg did as a...
That's fucking funny because Snoop is like...
Snoop is that.
Snoop lived that life, dude.
I know. I think this is one of his first films he was acting in. I don't know. I just...
No. He was in The Wash and a bunch of shit before this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Soul Plane.
So that was later. That was later.
I'm just giving you shit.
That never should have happened.
No.
Oh, you know what's funny is he made a joke about Soul Plane 2. Doing Soul Plane 2. Yeah, that shouldn't happen either.
Have you seen the it's completely off topic almost, but the footage of Snoop playing Battlefield 1?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And he was smoking a joint, and it shows the scoreboard, and he has like 0 kills and like 14 deaths or something, and he's just smiling, and so he's just running around getting shot to death, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna blow some people up and shit. He hasn't done anything. I love that.
But suffice it to say, there are.
I don't know.
quite a few
I thought
pecans.
Macy Gray and her gravelly voice fit right in.
I mean,
I don't know. I ain't saying she's more thug than Snoop Dogg. I'm just saying in this film, I thought Macy Gray worked better than Snoop Dogg did.
more thug than Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are these words that you're saying?
I am white as white can be.
Yeah.
But my name is Tyrell, so.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But Macy Gray and those long fake fingernails. Oh. Yeah, that was disturbing.
Stupid ass, crooked ass cop.
Like, it's like when you used to eat bugles and you put them on your fingers. That's what her fingernails look like.
Like Rita Repulsa?
Yeah.
Gross.
After 10,000 years. Talk about another crazy fucking voice.
She made my monster grow.
Rita Repulsa? Well, this has been a revelation.
You know what's funny is he's also dressed up as Zed for these furry parties.
Fury parties?
Yeah, furry parties.
Where I support David Ayer,
Yeah.
and I can't remember his name. You know, Lord Zed used to. They had to change, like.
Is
Remember
it
how
Zod or Zed?
It's Zed.
Is it? Okay, so I said it right. Good.
They had to alter it because he scared the shit out of all the kids when he first debuted on the show.
Oh.
Because he's muscle tissue in like a metal like case.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw him holding the staff, and you're like, Jesus Christ! Like, this is about fucking people in colorful costumes beating up gray, faceless, garbage clay monster things. Not fucking scary, bloody, whatever this is. So that's why, like, later seasons, he was always doing something fucking stupid. Like bumping his head on a shelf or washing the dishes or... I don't know. I might have confused Power Rangers with Roseanne. Was John Goodman in Power Rangers?
No. Bryan Cranston was.
The new one?
No.
No.
He was originally one of the monsters on...
He did 2 monsters.
Yeah, he did 2 monsters on the original Power Rangers.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
For real.
No.
Look it up.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's legit. Yeah, and then they picked him as Zordon for this new movie.
No way.
We are not fucking with
I knew
you.
about the new movie, but he was...
He was
wow.
Yeah. He was 2.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I knew he was 1. I didn't know he was 2. So.
Huh. Well, that's something.
The more you know.
Your world looks like it's been shattered.
I don't know. I have a... Yeah, everything's changed.
This is like when you found out Cuba Gooding Jr. was doing Snow Dogs. You're like, you won an Academy Award!
Man, that motherfucker. What did he do to his career?
He pissed all over it.
And then Halle Berry did the same thing.
Oh.
She's like, thanks for this Monsters Ball award. I'm going to do Catwoman.
Like, and then Cuba Gooding Jr. was like, yeah, I'm going to do Radio and Rat Race and, oh, God, what other...
Oh, Daddy Day Camp.
Yeah, Daddy Day Camp.
Mistakes were made.
Like, Eddie Murphy knew Daddy Daycare wasn't good, but at least it made money. And then Day Camp came up and he's like, no, I ain't touching that shit.
Says the guy who did The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Oh, I know.
He's going to be in a new movie where he's trying to do the serious thing again. Where he's like a cook for some white family somewhere. I don't know why I gave that detail.
Why?
I don't know. The whole trailer was weird to me because I don't know.
Well, you're talking to a guy who could have won an Academy Award for Dreamgirls, to then the studio asked him, don't release Norbit. And he releases Norbit.
Wait, they really asked him, don't release it?
If he wanted to win an award, he shouldn't have released it, is pretty much what they said. And then he released it, and yeah, it made money, but like it totally ruined his chance of winning an Academy Award.
I will say this. I hate that something like that hurts it, You know what I mean? It's a separate thing, but they don't think of like it has an impact.
Yeah.
I get that you. Here's my issue with Eddie Murphy. We're talking about Eddie Murphy about a pod that's about Training Day, but that's neither here nor there. My issue with Eddie Murphy is that dude was king shit in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hell, even early 90s he was still shit.
Yeah.
Shit?
Well, the shit. I'm sorry.
He was doing great movies. He was hilarious. He was doing stand-up on his own. And then he started to do all those family, like, comedy movies.
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah.
Which was okay, you guys say.
I don't know, dude. Watch it now and tell me it's okay.
Like Nutty Professor, Haunted Mansion, Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Okay, there's a difference between the Nutty Professor and fucking Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion was like 2005.
Yeah.
That was way after.
That's like 10 years after he did Nutty Professor.
I know, I'm just saying the way his career had progressed, like, he kind of went Sandler with it.
But even the Nutty Professor was still funny, at least. In my opinion. I enjoyed
the first one. I never saw the second.
You don't need to see the second one.
Okay, I figured.
No.
And then, like, Norbit, I never saw it. I never cared. I never saw Pluto Nash.
And then he still had Bowfinger in the mid-90s as well.
Bowfinger was terrible.
Was it? I heard he was decent, but
no.
He had that, what was it, I Spy with Owen Wilson?
I thought that was Jackie Chan.
With Owen Wilson or with Eddie Murphy?
Owen Wilson was it? Oh, that was Shanghai something.
Shanghai Nights.
Wow.
Well, there's Shanghai Nights and then there's Shanghai Noon or whatever.
Yeah.
The same movie, just different locales.
Okay. Regardless,
Yeah.
this is Training Day.
Yes.
Do we have anything about Training Day?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Spiraled way the fuck out.
That's why I said, oh god, it's because I realized we had been talking about other shit for so long.
We'll just call this episode 24 Eddie Murphy's life story.
No, it's...
And furry fetish.
Well, I wanted to...
Well, he had the whole picking up a transvestite prostitute as well.
Well, that's a different fetish.
Well, I was going to say
It's a
all
penis
the...
fetish.
I was going to say all the other
other
cameos that were in this movie.
Yeah, you had Dr. Dre,
Snoop Dogg,
Macy Gray, Terry Crews, who doesn't say one word.
No.
You had the guy who was the villain in The Mask, whatever his damn name
and
was.
Blue Streak.
And Blue Streak. Who else? You had the guy who played, what was it, Tuco in Breaking Bad?
Yep.
Yeah.
You have the guy that played the stereotypical gangbanger in almost every movie back
I was
then.
going to say, the guy who was in Bruce Almighty and had the
Yep.
monkey come out his ass.
The Cholo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude was in Fast and Furious 1.
Yep.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, he's literally played a gangbanger in like every film.
Yeah, that's all he ever was the same character in every movie, basically.
Which, you know what I found funny is when they went to that party and one guy was wearing a Raiders jersey. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That was good design right there. Whoever set up the scene and was like, costumes, we need a Raiders jersey.
I'd say pro casting.
Yeah.
Like,
I buy everybody in every single spot they played.
Mm-hmm.
Spot.
Role.
Better word. We're not talking football or anything.
Or 7-Ups.
Yeah. Another pro. Directing.
Yes.
For a
Go ahead.
first-time director?
I don't know if this was his first film.
I thought it was his first
Was
one.
it? I didn't know.
Well, let's fact check that real quick.
You keep talking, I'll fact check.
God forbid I write timestamps
No, this was
on
not
paper.
his first one.
What did he do?
The Replacement Killers.
Oh.
With Young Fat Chow. Oh, Chow
Young
Young Fat.
Fat.
Michael Roker was in it too, and Maria Savana.
Great.
He also did Usher Live.
Is that a Blu-ray for Usher?
It was a video, yeah. He also did Bait.
Most mundane correction. Oh, not a Blu-ray. It was actually on VHS.
Oh, it was
It
year
19
2000.
Oh.
So start correcting his grammar now.
Or your fucking spelling. Hey, listeners, if you follow the Facebook page and you notice any misspellings or stupid grammar, please yell at
We're gonna
Ty.
get fucking petty here.
Yeah, we're
Tom
gonna
Petty.
get super petty.
Richard Petty.
Anyway, the direction.
He also did King Arthur, Shooter,
Oh my god.
Olympus Has Fallen,
Yeah.
Southpaw, and he's got the Mag 7 coming out this year. Magnificent 7, I should say.
I'm so pumped for that movie. I hope it's good. I really do.
Anyways, the director.
Are you done now?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the directing. I thought the directing was very nice. Go ahead.
That's all you want to say?
I mean, you have a lot to say, so go ahead. Maybe I'll say more when you're saying something.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of things to say, so. Drew's over here uncomfortable.
So what was the budget of this movie?
I think it was like $40 million. Let me look that up.
It really cost $40 million to make that movie?
45.
Super crazy in it.
No, like a lot of the effects and stuff weren't. I mean, there wasn't any. They had a helicopter in one scene. I'm pretty sure that probably wasn't cheap.
I mean, the majority of the movie was just driving around.
Yeah.
And, like location stuff.
It was 45.
45. What the hell did they spend the money on?
Denzel.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that
that's
fucking
money
car.
well spent. And how much did it make?
104.9.
Okay.
Pretty much 105.
Look what makes money.
You know who doesn't make money?
Josh Trank.
I like where your head's at.
Didn't he make money on Chronicle?
Yeah, he made money.
He did on Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he's not going to be making money anymore. I think he owes them money for trashing a hotel room like an asshole.
Somebody we didn't talk about this film, Eva Mendes.
Pete!
She was a pro.
I mean, when is she not a pro?
Yeah.
I mean, honest. Do you want me to be honest?
Sure.
I mean, she didn't bring anything to the movie.
She does nothing.
Okay,
No.
I didn't know how you were going to react, but I
she
wanted to
brought
pull the
nothing.
curtain back and be like, are you sure about this?
Other than look damn sexy.
Yeah, she looks good,
Oh, yeah.
but they could have got anybody, and it still would have been...
But I'm glad it was Eva Mendes.
Okay.
And by the way, she does get naked in this film, so I mean, I guess there's another reason to watch it.
You know how many people just shut this pod off?
to go watch?
They're like, that's what I was looking for. Honestly, if you come to this pod looking for that, then I don't... Hey, how did you find us?
Because of all those fake, like, porn things that added us on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. All of our porn star followers?
Yes.
If they're looking for that, why don't they just go to like Mr. Skin?
Is Mr. Skin still a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I don't even know what that is. Is that like a site that tells you if people appear nude or not?
Yeah, in what movies and where and what time.
How do you not know what that is?
I'm sorry.
You saw Knocked Up?
Yeah, it was popularized.
I saw Knocked Up, but I didn't think that was real.
Yeah, like remember they
That
were
was
making
like their whole
they were
business
making a
model.
website, and they're like, yeah, it'll show you like all the timestamps where people are naked, and then Paul Rudd's like,
goes,
Mr. Skin, and Seth Rogen's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, like smiling at him, and then
you see a logo. Of this,
which is like a smiling
guy
dude.
smiling.
Oh.
And it's literally everything he was gonna make, and he's like, fuck. Like,
Do they take into account like body doubles in that, or?
I have no idea.
Oh. Huh.
That's probably details that your average person doesn't care about.
Mm.
I was gonna masturbate to this, but I can't unless I know that it's specifically her.
Yeah. that seems odd.
We've spiraled this into the weirdest fucking place.
Oh, we were talking about Eva Mendes.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that
Uh,
would lead to
I'm
masturbation.
I'm loving every second of this.
Yeah, Drew's already taken his pants off. I'm lucky I have something blocking my view right
What
now.
more about Eva Mendes do you like, Ty?
I like her hair.
I like that she put on a bathrobe to save her son.
I like that Ghost Rider movie.
Again, she brings nothing to that film as well. You know what movie she does bring something to? The Other Guys.
Yeah.
She's pretty damn funny. in
And
The Other
We
Guys.
Own the Night.
I wanted to see We Own the Night. but I
Naked
never
in that shit too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix gets down and dirty with her on a couch.
Drew's his own Eva Mendes, Mr. Skin Director.
Fuck yes.
And listeners, if you have any questions about any movies that Eva Mendes has been naked in, please PM us asking for Drew.
Come to me, I'll hook you up.
I'm a little disturbed by this now.
I just hope she hears about it. That'd be hilarious.
Call me, Eva. Call me.
She's not gonna.
No, isn't she like married to
Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling? Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
No.
You just somehow magically broke the bonds of marriage?
I made them get divorced.
I made my family disappear. I'm glad this whole episode could be like in jokes and stupid shit that nobody cares about.
How doesn't anybody know I made my family disappear?
Oh, they know. They should know.
It's Home Alone, you fucks. I mean, I love you, listener.
Listener. I like how he kept it singular. But this film is just outstanding. The twists and turns it has, like it's awesome how everything is set up for a reason. Like how he has an excuse for why he makes him do the drugs, but he has a reason for it. He has a reason he makes him drink the beer. But then you also see like Ethan Hawke's character, even though he's like, yeah, okay. Like he doesn't agree with everything Denzel's telling him to do. And he still has his own moral compass about what's good to do and what's not good to do. And he listens more to himself than he does. Like eventually he'll give in to Denzel usually, but like his own moral compass usually still takes over and says, do this or don't do that. And it actually saves him at one point that he listened to himself. And usually, actually, it saves him a lot, if you think about it. Because it saves him with the Mexican gang. Then it also saves him when he goes down into the, I don't know, is it the Compton area? Because Denzel said, don't go down here without me. What's he do at the end? He marches right in there by himself.
Because he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I know, but I'm just saying, he listens to him, but then he doesn't listen to him, and it actually benefits him by not listening to him.
Also, with the Mexicans being left at their house, that phone call saved his life.
Mm-hmm.
That had nothing to do with don't listen to Denzel or anything. Like, if she hadn't called, he would have got his fucking head blown off.
But at the same time, had he listened to Denzel and said stay in the car, he wouldn't have saved her. And he.
Well, yeah, that's a better example. I thought you were talking about when he left him at the house.
Well, I'm just saying, like, by him not listening to him earlier in the film, it saved him later in the film.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. By him going by his own moral compass, where he could have just been like, yeah, fuck it. No, he instead got out of the car even as high as he was on that PCP and helped the girl.
Now, I got a question for you guys. Put yourself in Ethan Hawke's shoes. Would you be the self-righteous cop who helps people and does good things, or would you roll with the punches and do what Denzel told you to do?
Are we living in 2001 or now?
2001.
Am I in my shape or Ethan Hawke's shape?
It's you, but in the body of Ethan Hawke.
Interesting.
Well,
like, what would you do?
Uma Thurman.
You would do Uma Thurman.
Was he married to her at the time?
I don't know if they're... Yeah. What year was Gattaca?
90... No.
I'm just saying what decisions you make. Not like...
And we're already back to like,
who would you bang?
Fuck this actress? Jesus Christ.
That was your fault.
Yeah, that was my
I'd kill Denzel and I'd do Eva Mendes.
And I'd marry Tuco.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
You would marry Tuco.
Yeah, I couldn't be crooked. I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Denzel's throwing you that $250,000 brick of money.
It'd be hard.
You don't want a piece of that?
Especially when you got 6 other guys in the room who are going to take a cut.
But think of the stress that comes with that. Like, how the fuck do you explain suddenly coming into $250,000? Like, you gotta hide the shit in your mattress or your wall or something.
Well,
like,
see, Jake, that's funny you talk about that. Because didn't you agree to do something for $500,000? How would you I'm not going to say what it is you agreed to do,
I
but
was gonna say you bring this up on the pod.
no, I'm not going to say exactly what you said it
It's
was.
shame me in front of 14 people.
But how would you explain coming into $500,000?
Well, that's different. I'm doing a job.
No.
There would be paperwork with this, Tyrell. It isn't a fucking back room, like, set up your webcam and... Alright, just give me the cash under the table and no one finds out. No, there would be shit. It would be legit.
But if you don't claim that money to the IRS, aren't you going to get in trouble?
Who the fuck said I wouldn't claim it?
But what are you going to write down on your tax form?
Fucking railroad spike.
This is my spike money.
I'm just
What
kidding.
do I need to write down?
I'm just saying, like, you're like saying you can't do the $250,000, but you would do the $500,000 behind the table or behind the table.
Behind the table?
Yes, under the table.
Why would it be under the table, though? Do you think all pornography is some illegal activity where nothing's reported and it's just totally like...
Well, in this state, it's illegal.
What?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Pornography?
Well, like,
Pornography?
viewing of it is fine. I'm saying filming of it.
Why would it be illegal?
No, filming. It's actually the money.
No. The camera is what makes it not prostitution.
Right.
See, I thought you had to be in certain areas to film where it was legal. Like, there are places in, like, Vermont, New Hampshire, and California. I did not know you could actually do it wherever.
I'm pretty sure you can do it from the comfort of your own home if you damn well please.
Just put up a
But
little
see,
camera.
I was gonna say, if you're selling it, like,
That's different.
That's why I'm saying
There's
that.
paperwork with that.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was thinking is we were selling it on the webcam. So
Is this what's been holding you back this whole time from launching your page?
Oh, yes.
Now he's like, come to think of it, Jake's not so crazy after all.
No, you're so crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, taking the 200, the only thing I could think of is I would take the 250 and hold it as evidence against Denzel.
I think that's also the whole reason that he took him over to that place to get his fucking head blown off in a bathtub is because he flipped the fuck out about it. Like, just roll with it. Honestly, if it was the first day, yeah, it's crazy. They just fucking shot a guy with a shotgun, but...
And then blamed you for it.
Yeah, and they blamed you, but he also said, hey man, if you roll with it, it'll be fine.
We're giving you an out. Like,
Right, nothing's gonna happen to you today.
you came in the door, dude got shot at, you were just doing your job.
You go home, figure out a way to, you're either going to get a recording device or something, maybe bring it up to him. Like, I don't know, there'd be another way around it, but if you would have done that, the whole fucking movie would have gone different. He would have got the money, and,
But I think it's a realistic reaction.
No, I could see somebody doing that, just taking it and holding it until later. You hear about crazy stories like that all the time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to be like, hey, they gave me a bunch of PCP and had me get drunk so they could pin something on me. I'd be like, oh, that's pretty fucked up.
But at the same time, it kind of would worry me because you saw him sit with three prominent guys that he called the three wise men. He must have something on them that would make me a little bit worried about trying to turn on him. Is the only other thing too.
Well, yeah, you could be worried all you want. Just don't let them know that you're worried. Because that's how you get your head blown off with a shotgun.
Only that way?
I don't know. I'm sure there's other ways.
Okay. There are other scenarios that could
I'm
happen.
pretty sure Cobain just married the wrong woman.
Jesus. Back to this.
She did it.
Allegedly.
The search for truth continues.
I'm throwing an allegedly in there.
For legal purposes?
Yes. Oh, Jake. I had something else. Oh, did you guys ever see that movie Running Scared with Paul Walker?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of thinking, like, how he kept collecting all the guns, how he kept collecting all the money and all that and storing it at his house for a further case. I think that's what Ethan Hawke could have done. But, I mean, this whole movie was based in a day. So, obviously, you wouldn't see that big payoff with this movie and this story. So, but, to kind of get back to Drew's question, I would go as straight and narrow as I could. Or I'd like to think I'd be able to.
Interesting answer from you.
Why?
Because that implies that if you were put into a situation that you would do illegal things.
If I had to, like they said, it's legal for a cop to do illegal things if the situation arises.
Okay. What would you do?
I mean, not every situation's the same, and you know, you're put into those. I mean, if you were Ethan Hawke and they said, "Oh yeah, you know, you shot the guy and he's dead. Here's $250,000." Like, you can do a lot with $250,000. But I don't know. Like, I'm a pretty good natured dude. I'd like to think. I don't know, would I be like, no, you keep this for evidence? I might hold on to it. Just saying.
So basically, money's money.
I like money.
Yeah, money's good. More pros, more cons. Fun facts. Tobey Maguire.
Oh, well, we could mention a fun fact. How this movie actually ends is Denzel does get his comeuppance from the Russian mob. But the original ending was Hawke was supposed to show up at his house where he was supposed to be having a three-way with, well, Eva Mendes and another woman.
Who? I want to know who that was.
Well, they don't. I mean, they did. I don't even think they had cast Eva Mendes when they planned this. It was just supposed to be his girlfriend and another woman. And he was supposed to tell him, like, the Mexican gang was supposed to take the money for him to the Russian mob, and so he wouldn't have to worry about it. But instead, they give it to Hoyt, who then takes it to Denzel and being like, you're late. The mob's looking for you now. And so then he'd just blow his brains out, and that would be the end of the movie.
That kind of would have sucked.
It would have. I'm kind of glad it went the way it did. So, but yeah, that would. And then Tobey Maguire was looked at for the role of Hoyt, which would have been odd, I think.
Emo Spider-Man training day. Dancing down the street.
I was gonna say,
how ECP?
I think only Spider-Man had come out so far, hadn't it? I don't think Spider-Man 2 came out till 2002.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So.
Man, Spider-Man 2. I remember at the time being like, there's no superhero movie that'll be better than this.
It still holds up really well. It still is a really damn good film.
I mean, The Dark Knight, though.
I know. I know, but I'm still saying, in all the comic book universe, that is another film that really stands on its own.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. We'll save that for the Spider-Man 2 pod.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 pod?
No. Nothing amazing about that. Well, it's amazing that it ever saw the light of day. It should have been shoved under a fucking, I don't know, thrown in a safe and launched into a river to never be seen again. That movie's a piece of shit.
What? How does he kill Electro in that film? I don't even remember.
I couldn't even tell you. Something about water. I don't know. Dane DeHaan's fucking whatever. I'm the Goblin. Look, my skin is melting. What the fuck happened to that movie?
A lot, unfortunately.
A lot of horrible shit?
Yeah.
Was it directed by Josh Trank?
You'd think so.
That's bad.
I don't even know who did those films.
I don't know. Oh, something Mark Webb.
I
I remember because everyone was like, "Oh, so fitting that he's directing it." I'm like, "Yeah, I wish I had a last name that, you know, Jake Godfather. I could go direct the fucking Godfather." Isn't it clever how his name's Godfather? You fucking idiots.
Jeez.
I'm not talking to the listeners. Listeners are cool.
I know.
They hate me. I know they do. I'm gonna go hang myself.
Oh, I know you were disappointed though. There was a little boy who was Denzel's illegitimate son, I guess. Could you say that? Because he mentions he's married and has, 4 sons?
Yeah.
And then he's also sleeping with Eva Mendes, and it appears he has another son. So, I know Jake was upset he didn't die, but...
No, I actually like that kid.
No, him is awesome, 10-inch rat tail.
Yeah. He seemed like a truly innocent kid.
He did.
Compared to everything going on
in that neighborhood.
Around him.
Yeah. Yep.
How dare Denzel, 2-time Eva Mendes. How dare him.
Technically,
I'd never do that to you, Eva.
Technically, he was two-timing his wife. I'm pretty sure Eva knew the score.
Mm.
Was Eva Nato's wife?
No. I don't believe she was.
Did they ever even acknowledge that, though?
Not really. They didn't go super in depth on that.
But all you know is he did say he had a wife and 4 sons at home. So, and then Eva, he just kept calling her his girl. So,
A dime. You said he had
a
few dimes.
A 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay.
All right. I mean, we're
sorry.
sorry.
Pro, the pacing. The movie has good pacing, not like this podcast.
Yeah. This movie is more straight through with the story, whereas we have jumped around to many different subjects.
I'd also say it's one of the few movies that gets better as it goes on.
It
doesn't have a clear, this is the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
And then it's, kind of downhill.
The tension really builds in this film.
It kind of just goes all the way. And then it's over. And you're like, fuck yes.
Which, before we get into to our own personal reviews, I want to tell you what IMDb and all them thought of it. So Metacritic gave it a 77, if I remember right. Here, let me look that up quick. 70 on Metacritic.
Seems low.
Yeah, it seems
A 7.7 for IMDb users. An 89% user review on Rotten Tomatoes. A 72% from critics. Which, when I saw that shocked me. So...
Yeah, that's way lower than I would have anticipated.
I'm wondering what the gripes were.
Yeah,
okay, so here's one from somebody at the Chicago Reader. If he makes it through the trial by fire and a blandly twisting plot with no meaningful revelations or substantial themes, Hawke will get a promotion, but there's nothing in it for us.
That's such bullshit, though, because I hate when it's a review where they're like, well, what personally did this movie do to improve my life? Just shut the fuck up and go watch a movie.
Does every movie have to have some benevolent message that's supposed to be bestowed upon you?
No.
It's a good story. Enjoy the story. It's there to entertain you.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, if it doesn't entertain you, that's one thing. But, I mean, at the same time, if a film is made and it... I'm not agreeing with this person at all. I'm just saying... I kind of also disagree with your guys' point just a little bit.
Okay. Please explain yourself.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
I'm not great with words. I'm not good with the lexicon.
Mm-hmm.
Movies are made for entertainment, but at the same time, you have to be able to judge them based on your own entertainment. But is it a bad thing to sometimes expect a film to have a message?
Yeah. What the fuck did you take away from the new Ghostbusters?
See, that's why I rated it so low, is because I took nothing away from it.
So that was your only...
No, not my only gripe. There were plenty of other gripes I had with the film.
I don't go into a movie expecting it to change my life.
Well, no, I don't. I'm not saying you always have to, but I'm saying with some films...
But what you're saying is there should be a reasonable expectation that it'll do that.
That every movie will do that.
That isn't the case. Even if let's say fine art is your thing, you go to a museum, not every fucking painting you look at is going to be like, oh fuck, look at that tree.
That got me in the feels.
Right. That's not how it works.
No.
And if you are one of those people that pretends that you're touched by everything, then you're fucking full of shit. That's it. The world is not that interesting at the end of the day. We're going to get dark now, okay?
Everything dies.
Everything dies.
Harambe.
But here...
You found a way to bring Harambe.
Jesus Christ.
You found a way to bring Harambe into this podcast.
What I'm trying to say is that you don't need that in everything, and you shouldn't search for that in everything, and you shouldn't bitch when you don't get it. And, not getting it in everything is what makes it so special when it happens. When you see that movie and you're like, fuck, man, this hit on something for me, like Cloud Atlas for me, or The Revenant. Did you take something away from Revenant?
Dude, that movie's incredible.
But like an emotional thing where you're like, fucking, I get it. Like nature and shit, and like the world is cold and uncaring. And you're looking at me because I word things very bluntly and crudely.
That's the nature and shit.
No, dude, I
get what you're saying.
I agree with you 100%. Not every movie's gonna have a message or something that you're gonna take away from it. Sometimes it's just a damn good story. And when those kinds of films do have that kind of message, it makes it even more special because you formed an emotional attachment with it. I don't know. It's
and see, I'm not saying every movie has to have a message. Because you have to be able to judge a film as well. But you're saying like you have to be able to turn off your mind and just enjoy the film. But at the same time, sometimes a film is bad, and people just don't resonate with the story, and so then sometimes those critics just don't see it, like they don't get it. And I'm not saying that's right, they don't see it, but at the same time, that is their own opinion. They formed it, they just didn't like the story.
But what he said is, it's a movie that has a lot of bland twists, and at the end, Jake Hoyt gets a promotion, what's in it for me? You're along for the fucking ride, man. Mm-hmm. Like, if it isn't up your alley, that's on you. You're watching a genre movie that you must not give a shit about, or you don't like the actors, or something like that, but you can't say it's a shitty movie because of that. Like, you just didn't get something from it.
But then could they say, you just didn't get something from Ghostbusters? I mean, couldn't somebody come back and say that at you?
Well, that's the beauty of critics, is they can say whatever the fuck they want. It doesn't make them right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like anyone could agree or disagree with what I'm saying right now, and that's fine.
And we said the same thing with Ghostbusters, that, not to try and bring it back to that, it's one of the most recent that seemed to divide people. Like this film, it's critically praised. I don't care what one guy says. This is a great film. And it doesn't matter what critics say. You're going to enjoy this damn film.
Right.
So,
but a 70's not really critically praised. It got moderate praise. Like, I didn't know it was that low. I was actually surprised for you to tell me that. Like, it won a fucking Academy Award. Like, it had nominations for both of the fucking leading actors.
And movie.
And movie, yeah. I don't know. That's
you think a movie like this would be like in the upper 80s, lower 90s, even upper 90s.
Right. I expected at least an 80.
Yeah.
But for you to be like 70.
Then you look at, this is one of the things where you look at a user, and users are right there at 90. And you're like, that makes sense to me.
I saw it in 2001. I thought it was a fucking classic.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, I'm always going to think this movie's sweet. Like,
it holds up.
I enjoyed it, yeah. It's just as good tonight as it was then.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like we talked about, though, this is why we do this, is because we have had movies before where all of us didn't agree on how good we thought the film was.
Right.
And that's the thing, is like we just try to give three perspectives, but I mean, obviously we all three love this film. So, I mean, unless you guys are going to shock me and one of you's going to give it like a 1, I'll be like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we haven't even given ratings.
You automatically get more than a 1 for having Eva Mendes in your movie.
Drew's gonna give it like a 10 just based on that fact alone because he saw Eva Mendes naked.
Mendes.
I mean that doesn't hurt the score at all. What are you, Sling Blade over there?
Yeah.
I kind of mispronunciated Mendes, so he
Mendes.
Mayonnaise.
Mashed potatoes.
The one other thing, AFI, American Film Institute, voted. I don't remember what year it was. It was sometime mid 2000, the aughts or whatever they call that, 2010, somewhere in that time. They voted. It was like 100 years, 100 films or something like that, and they did top 100 villains in cinema up to that point. And Denzel's Alonzo was voted number 50 by the American Film Institute as the top. So it was the number 50 villain of all time at that point.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I will say that was a little overacting was his demise when he gets riddled with bullets. It is convulsing. I was like, I get what they're trying to say. Yeah,
being like
electrocuted.
Yeah.
Well, he did get sprayed with like a shit ton of bullets.
Or it's like an exorcism in a Baptist church or something.
Have you ever been sprayed with that many bullets? Do you know how
I played paintball before.
I've been sprayed with exactly 0 bullets.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how the human body actually reacts.
Well, I can tell you this: when you're dead, you don't move around like that. And he would have been dead.
Oh yeah. Well, as soon as they stopped, he just dropped.
I'm saying after like the first couple, he's
right. You can't
dropping.
get shot 50 times and still be standing and convulsing. But
That's true.
Right. I'll give you that. It's a little like,
but it's fine.
Right. It's super minor. But yeah, it is a thing I noticed once. Like, how's that motherfucker standing right now? And I'm like, he's leaned on. No, there's no way he'd be standing right now. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. He didn't die right. 2 out of 10.
You know the other thing. He didn't die right. 2 out of 10. 12 out of 13. Dr. Dre also getting punched in the fucking face by Ethan Hawke.
That's a pro for me.
I wasn't saying it was a con. I'm just saying.
And I have a feeling Ethan Hawke has that framed in his house somewhere. He's like, I punched Dr. Dre.
Who forgot about Dre?
I would have had Dre sign that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dre wasn't as buff as he was now. I don't think Ethan Hawke would take a swing at him now.
I don't know. Maybe Ethan Hawke is fucking crazy.
He has a death wish.
Yeah.
But, alright, do we want to get into reviews?
Sure. Drew, this was your pick, huh?
Yeah, I mean, what's more to say about this movie that hasn't already been said? If you haven't seen it,
It's a must watch. Like, if you have seen any movie that Denzel's acted in, liked it, like, and you like action or drama movies, like, go see this movie. You have a great cast of characters, albeit it's a smaller cast of characters, at least main characters anyway. But I feel there's a good story here. It's well directed and well put together. You get to see Eva Mendes naked. It really has everything you want out of a good action drama movie. I give this movie a 9.6.
Damn, I think that's the highest you've ever gone.
I love this movie. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think this movie, like I said, in 2001 when I saw it, I was, 12, 13? And I'm like, this is fucking crazy, man.
It's simple math. You were born what year?
89.
And 2001.
So 40.
You'd be 12.
Okay.
Or 11. One or the other. Depends when you saw it.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I saw it in 2001, and back then I remember thinking this movie is always going to be awesome. And that's cool because it was on all the time, so I watched it constantly.
It was on TNT like all the time.
Really?
I thought it was TNT. There was one.
Glad you didn't watch the cut version on TNT.
Yeah. Well, he drops the N-bomb like 1,000 times.
And they say fuck for like 80% of the script.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Sorry.
Yeah, my voice cracked. Fucker. Wow, the train's gone. 2 weeks in a row. God damn it. Yeah, I saw it in 2001. I thought then it would be a classic, and I still think it is. It holds up. I wouldn't listen to that reviewer because I think he's full of shit. I think there is a very, plain message here that power corrupts, and that if you overextend your reach on things, that the Russian mob will come and kill you. Maybe not that, but you live within your means and don't get power hungry. Your ego, here's a better way to word it, your ego will destroy you.
How about you fly too close to the sun, you're going to get burned.
Icarus.
Also, do good things, and good things will happen. Because that's what Ethan Hawke did, and good things happened. He came out alive. The best thing that could have happened to him.
Could have got that promotion, that $250,000.
Yeah. I won't go as far as saying do good things and good things will happen. That's wishful. I've been there. I've done good things and gotten nothing for it, so. But, Wow, that came off colder than I anticipated.
Harambe!
Why be a good person, listener? No, listen.
Life's not always a Disney movie.
It's not. That's what I took away from the movie is your ego will be the fall of you if you just let it get out of control. But I think the acting is great. I think the pacing is great. I think the directing was great. The cinematography, the music's pretty good from the stuff that I could recognize.
Yeah, so the soundtrack's great.
Yeah.
I love the songs.
I think it's Denzel's best movie.
Absolutely.
He dominates it. It might be Ethan Hawke's best movie. But it's one of those that everything came together really perfect. I'd give it a 9.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, this is my first time watching Training Day. I knew some of the aspects of it. I watched the Dave Chappelle parody of it with Wayne Brady. So I knew some things about the film, but I didn't know everything. I wouldn't agree with that critic at all. I thought there were some good setups and twists in this film. Like, you maybe see them coming, but like you don't see them until like a minute or two before they happen. You're like, oh, I think this is happening, and then it happens. So you're not gonna see it like a mile out and be like, oh yeah, I called that. No, you'd be more speculative of it, but it just was well done, and it has one of the best performances you'll see ever by an actor with Denzel, who also another film I was thinking of that he was great in was Glory, which I think he got nominated for that one as well. But anyways, it's not Training Day. Like Jake said, the dialogue is great, cinematography is great, the acting is amazing, the tension in all the scenes and in the dialogue and in the setups is awesome. So I would give this a 9.5.
Damn.
It's not my highest, but yeah, it's up there. So.
This might be the first you both went higher than me.
Huh?
There's a lot
Like
to learn
Creed.
about this movie.
We went higher, like Creed.
Fuck. I'm Scott Stapp, and I'm a raging alcoholic.
Oh my god. How do we manage to get a Creed reference and a Harambe reference in one pod?
We're just that great.
Yeah, I guess.
Next week is my pick, Ty, and since freaking football will be back finally, well, college football starts that Saturday. We'll record before it, but it starts that Thursday/Saturday, and I'm excited, and then the NFL's the next week. So I'm picking one of the greatest football movies of all time, Little Giants.
Yes.
I don't remember what year it came out, but you got Rick Moranis and Ed O'Neill. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jake has never seen it because his childhood was filled with watching Training Day and not
Watership Down.
Watership Down, Training Day, but no Little Giants or Mighty Ducks.
Great childhood.
Yeah.
Aren't I well adjusted? Hey, if it has Al Bundy in it, it has to be great, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And Devin Sawa.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll be my pick. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure Jake will hate it, but oh well.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Well, I think that'll do it for this week. You guys got anything you want to plug? Like and subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Share on Facebook. We'd appreciate it.
Please get on Facebook. Like the page. We
Twitter.
have a page.
Yeah. Twitter.
Our contest is still going on.
Yes, our Carriers contest. It's how you do it is on the page. Sorry to you Apple users. I guess it's $1 to use it on Apple. I don't get why that is, but Android users, it's still free. So if you're an Apple user and have an Android friend, wow, that sounded odd. That was a bad sentence. If you're an Apple user and have a friend who uses Android devices, not a friend who is an Android, go ahead and ask them to use it.
Am I real, father?
I'm a real boy.
Shut up and download Play Game. Try to win a used $3 movie.
All right. right. Well, I think that'll do it for this week. I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.